Making friends in college just got a lot harder. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Hannah Self and 0 people requested me to make a college video, but I'm here to do it. Obviously, I've never had to start a semester in quarantine, but in March of 2020, our school shut down and I finished the semester at home. So here are 5 things that I've learned. Number 1, this piece of advice is a little late for the year, but if you want to take a gap year or a gap semester, now is the best time to do it.
This may seem contradictory, but taking a gap semester off could actually be better for your social life because you're exposed to a different kind of culture depending on what kind of culture your school has versus what your job or internship might have. Or if you decide to travel, it will impact your future and how you socialize. If you decide to travel, it will definitely give you a different view on the world and encourage personal growth.
Pursue your passions, learn about what you like and don't like. While I was in college, I got a job at a hospital because I was in nursing school. And I realized that it really wasn't for me. School is a lot different than the real world, so whenever I started my job, I realized that it really wasn't something that I wanted to do, and I ended up switching my major. I'm so glad I did because it helped me refine my position that I wanted to have as far as jobs go. So now, although I think it's a very honorable thing to do nursing, and I really respect those who do, it just wasn't for me, and now I want to be on the administrative side for those who are nurses. Okay, an actual piece of advice if you are going back to school is plug yourself in a group. The cool thing about this is that there are many different groups, and if there isn't one for something you like, you can make a group yourself. And at least at the college I went to, it wasn't hard to do. Making friends in college just got a lot harder, especially if it's all online. If you're hoping to make friends with classmates, you basically have to be in a group project with them in order to get to know them, because there's no such thing as side conversations in a Zoom call. But if you can get in a group, there is 100% chance that whoever's already in the group has the same interests as you do. And also they may know about tournaments or conventions or other gatherings for colleges all around your state. So get plugged in. I got plugged into quite a few groups. I was in the Student Government Association. I had a on-campus job as a resident assistant, and so I spent a lot of time doing that. My coworkers and I were friends, and every time we would throw an event, it was a good time to get to know the residents, and I ended up being friends with the residents. And so even though there was no technical group, that was my group. I also got connected into different study groups. People that were in my class, I would ask them if they wanted to study together, just like shoot them an email, and that's how we became friends. We would go and study together, and we ended up being friends through that too. Number 3, be kind to your roommates. Every apartment that I've been to, I've come out with at least one best friend. Be patient. They're probably different than you are, but invite them to your groups, invite them to dinner, invite them to study with you, or even campus activities if those still exist. At least try. My current best friend was a randomly assigned roommate. I had no idea who she was beforehand. We went to different colleges, but we were both in student living because there were 2 colleges right next to each other. And so we never really studied, we did study together, but we never really got to know, we did get to know the same people. We were best friends, and it's so easy to become friends with someone if you just respect them. Another one of my best friends was my freshman roommate, also randomly assigned. We were totally different, but she was patient with me because I was kind of hard to get along with at first, and then we just ended up going to everything together, doing everything together, and we still keep in contact many years later. Number 4, Don't adopt a high maintenance pet unless it would be easy for you to find a sitter. College students are notoriously poor and kennels are expensive. And if you get an opportunity to go out for the weekend, you don't want to have to worry about the extra money that it would cost to do pet daycare. I was fortunate enough to have a neighbor who would take care of my dog. My junior year of college, I got a dog, and my neighbor was kind enough to watch him whenever I went away for the weekend. I was dating someone out of state, and so I would go over to his house for the weekend and then come back. Then eventually I started bringing my dog because it just worked out that way. But there are other expenses as far as toys and food and vet visits and things that you need to think about. So if you are struggling to budget, getting a high maintenance pet is probably not in your best interest. Number 5, and this is probably the most important but also the most vague, be realistic with yourself. Don't sign up for an 8 a.m. class if you're hoping to stay up all night on the weekend. Don't get a job if college is hard enough for you already. If you need to, then go for a couple of weeks, see if college is something you think you can handle, and then if you think you can get a job on top of that, then go ahead and get a job. There are campus jobs hiring all the time, which pay pretty well and looks good on your resume. But if it's something that you can't handle, if college is really hard for you, then don't get a job. And also go to counseling if you need to. Figure out how to manage time, manage stress, manage relationships. Counseling isn't just for people who have mental health issues. It's also for people trying to figure out what is going on with school, what is going on with their relationships, just kind of figuring out how to manage this new life step. And of course, if you need more help, they're willing to do anything to help you as well. So that is that. If you have any questions about college or you need more advice or whatever, don't hesitate to leave a comment down. I will respond to it. Please subscribe. Stay tuned for more content. Thanks. Bye.